Today, America is receiving its reward. America is receiving its graduation papers for the kind of nation that it has turned up being out of all of this time. People are worried today. They are talking as if they have finally woke up, but they haven't. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what you have today is by choice. For 4 different presidential sessions, the American people were offered a different plan other than a Republican plan or a Democratic plan because neither of those plans ever worked for the people. They worked for the Republicans, they worked for Democrats, and people were suffering, people going through pain, and some were not. And that has always been acceptable to America. But always for at least 4 or 5 presidential elections, you were offered a different plan, but you had to choose it. A plan that allowed you to have a job, a career that you love for the rest of your life, that you didn't have to worry about anything. And because you participated through that career, it allowed you to have all of those things and access to that's made by the hands of man. You didn't have to pay for nothing. You just enjoyed your job. And you, all the people, all not just America, but I'm talking about America, but I'm talking about the world. You could have access to any and everything that's been made by the hands of man. I don't care how glamorous it is. I don't care how you thought you never could have possessed it, but by the hands of God, you made the right choice. You had access to it, but you turn your back on it. Every year, presidential elections come around, you turn your back on it. You went for a Republican or a Democrat. And right now, today, you got the fruition of that in Washington, D.C., telling the whole dead blasted world that God is dead. But God is not dead. God is not dead. I promise you. I promise you that there is a black Jesus. I promise you that there is a representation from a black God. But when I say a black God, when I say a black Jesus, I'm talking about one that you cannot see. He's invisible. But the power of that God is the heavenly unfolding. So I would rather consider myself old as I am and afflicted as my body is. I'd rather claim to be the black Jesus, knowing what I got to deal with in America. I'd rather be dealing with that by myself than to give 1 inch to Donald Trump. Talking about he got power. Donald Trump has no power except the power that you gave him. And the reason you gave it to him is because you don't know the truth. You who follow Donald Trump don't know the truth. And those of you who went still following the system don't know the truth. And America's going to pay for it. But don't worry. There are some people out there who love the truth. And in the end, they will win. I just want you to know that you haven't lost yet. But baby, you're sitting on the doggone premise. Goodbye.